I'm way over there. You all set? Ready to go? You guys? When I'm done, I'll call you up. Yeah, just be yourself. Be great. How y'all doing? Doing all right? Yeah, good. Students, how are you doing today? You're always up at this time on Saturday mornings, right? Tell me. All right. Listen, again, I encouraged it. That's my fault. So this is our convocation ceremony. It's dedicated to our students and their families, a formal introduction to the college. I think it's about maybe 45 minutes. It's not long. I know when I was your age, it was difficult to get up early and attend things like this as well, but I'm old enough to know that you'll hear some things today that maybe don't resonate with you, but you'll hear some things that do resonate with you. Perhaps when students, former students speak, I'm not sure, but pay attention. It's only 45 minutes. Your phones are off, right? Your phones are off, right? Over there? Yeah. I didn't even bring mine. I was like, okay. I want to recognize some people and some groups. I'm not sure if she's here. Is Lynn Shea here? She may not be here. She's our newest Professor Emeritus. So Lynn Shea, Professor Emeritus, wherever you are, congratulations. Now, I want to recognize the Board of Trustees. We have members of the Board of Trustees here. Could you stand up, please? All right. So, a Board of Trustees helps guide the college. They donate their time and much more to help us. They have some really positive experience with Landmark College in many ways, whether it was one of their children who went here or whether they went here themselves, right, Brett? See, you can tell. And they are just a wonderful group that helps us succeed in higher education. So thank you. Thank you to the faculty and staff. We always have some new faculty and staff that have come in, and it's wonderful to have you here. You know that saying, you never step into the same river twice? It's true. Higher ed is constantly changing. Landmark College is constantly changing. Wonderful to have you here. You're such important assets. Of course, we have to thank the families. Students, I want to thank the families for everything they've done for you your whole life and bringing you here. So how about a round of applause for the families? All right. So I have to make a lot of speeches in my job here as the president. Often they're impromptu. Sometimes I have a speech written, sometimes just some notes. And I remember my last job when I wasn't the president, and if I heard the president say something twice, I was like, come on, can't you come up with new material? And I didn't really know how hard it was to constantly give speeches. So I try to mix it up so as not to torture the people that are always in the audience, except when it comes to convocation. At these events, I usually have the same thing to say because they're very, very simple, okay? Very simple advice for you. And I'll start off, however, by saying that, you're a college students first and foremost. We are a traditional college and also a specialty college. You know that, right? Our thing and our specialty is learning differences. That's what we do really, really well, and we're completely devoted to it. So you're at the right place, but fundamentally, you're college students, and we accepted you. We accepted 51% of the students, applicants. We accepted 51%. We're a lot more selective than some people might think. So we chose you. We chose you, and we know that it's sort of a harrowing experience, right? A lot of nerves. We've all been there. It's just part of life. You'll get through it, okay? Now, structure follows strategy. Structure follows strategy. I want you to think about that when you think about how you're going to do here at the college. What's your strategy going to be? I'm going to give you some tips on strategy and structure. Structure follows first your plan, okay? So in terms of strategy and plans, go to class. Go to class. No joke. Go to class. We actually had some data at the Board of Trustees meeting yesterday of the effect of missing class on your grade. Guess what? We're not going to publish that because I think it's already been published. But it's true. And it led to a great conversation of, well, why do students skip class? And, you know, oftentimes we realize you miss a few classes and then there might be some shame and some, you know, embarrassment about showing your face. Not here. No shame at this place, okay? You talk with your professor, get to class even if you miss some. We would love to see those absences suddenly spike up with attendance, and as it spikes up, your grades spike up, because they will. Go to class. See your advisor routinely. You're paying for it. See your advisor, right? Baked into the cake, advising, all right? What else? Advice, strategy, planning, and build your structure around this. Go to class, see your advisor. The next one is a social suggestion. Get out of your room. You know, try to get out of your room. We all know, I've got young children, we all know what it means to be in a digital milieu, a digital environment. It's, you know, it's natural to you. College is where you can refine other skills, interpersonal skills. Sometimes they're better, you're face-to-face. So we're not going to tell you no gaming. We know. We see the internet usage at 11 o'clock at night. You know? This place is humming. Trust me. We know you have like 3 to 5 devices. That's just the way it goes. But, you know, hey, introduce yourself to some people. And this might sound, I don't know. I don't know how this is going to sound, but if you see someone eating alone in the dining hall, you see this person eating alone more than once, you know, why don't you try a new thing and sit with them? Sit down with them, you know? Why not? Yeah, you know, the social element here is very, very big. We have lots of scaffolding, but ultimately, you're all smart. You're college students. You know, sort of transcend that and say hi to people. You know, if you give someone like 30 seconds, you might be amazed at what you have in common with these people. So see someone eating alone, sit with them, make friends, get out, meet people more than halfway sometimes. What else do I have? Go to class. Did I say that? Yeah? Okay. Oh, multiple times. All right. Okay. Structure follows strategy. You're going to build a structure in based on your strategy and your plan. So we covered all those things. Rush principles. Have you heard about the Rush principles? All right, what do they stand for? R stands for what? That's pretty good, right? So the Rush principles. Try to live by the Rush principles here. College is a place where you can experiment. You're going to make mistakes. You know, we're pretty forgiving here because you're young people, you make mistakes as part of learning. The one area, though, where we draw the line is how you treat other people. So if you hurt anyone in any way, you're going to go home. Parents, you want your students to go home? No. So be adherent to the Rush principles, okay? Very, very important. Again, college is a place where you can try things. You can make mistakes, you can do things. It's a safe environment. College is a place, unlike a job, where you can make mistakes and, you know, it's not the end of the world. Just don't hurt anyone, all right? Be respectful. Be understanding, okay? What other kind of old guy advice can I give you here? Sometimes people think that this is a magical environment. A magical environment that is going to transform you, will metamorphose into the best student in the country. Right, correct. He's just shaking his head. It's not a magical environment. It's just replete with support for you in the academic and the social realms. We have enormous amounts of support, but it's not magical. We know that because not everyone makes it here. We're a bona fide college. We have a specialty. We're a bona fide college. So don't expect the environment alone to help you become, you know, a better student. You have to work hard. But when you do work hard, this environment, which is loaded with understanding people and resources, then you're really gonna gain some traction. Oh, and by the way, if you don't gain traction initially, don't freak out, don't give up. Perseverance Lane, isn't there a road called Perseverance Lane? Yeah, don't give up ever, all right? It's the right environment for you, not magical, just simply the best, most carefully engineered place to be, whether you wanna be here for a year or you wanna get a bachelor's degree, it doesn't matter. You're going to succeed in life if you don't give up. All right, so that's a lot of advice. I mean every word of it, too. Honestly, I mean it, all right? I've already gone on too long. I apologize. I know what it's like to sit here on Saturday morning, and we've got a bunch of other speeches, so I'll stop right there. I'll stop right there. Just don't give up. Believe in yourself. Stay optimistic. If you mess up, don't sweat it. Just work hard, okay? We're here to support you. Welcome to Landmark College. All right. Now, so here we go. Here's, we have a student speaker. Gus, you right? Yep. You're up? All right, so Gus, and this is in your program, I believe. I'm going to read it, Gus, okay? Yeah. August, is that your name? August? That's more than I got. All right. Gus McGee is a senior from Westport, Connecticut, who currently resides in Booth Bay Harbor, Maine. He began his journey at LC in the fall of 2021 after transferring from Manhattanville College in New York. He's pursuing a Bachelor of Arts in Communication and Entrepreneurial Leadership, right? Yep. Cool. Gus has played on the LC baseball team from the moment he became a Shark, which is what he's most known for on campus. Aside from his on the baseball field talents, Gus is a student leader who served as the marketing and communications intern during the summer of 2023, and I heard you did a great job, Gus. I heard you were a really good writer, too. I heard that, yep. He's also a passionate advocate for expanding the role of athletics at Landmark, which he's done through his internship and his appearance in Landmark College's episode of The College Tour, which, where's Mark DiPietro? That's on Amazon, and when's it airing, next month? All right, The College Tour, you gotta watch it. Do your homework first, then watch it, The College Tour. Gus McGee, come on up.
Morning, everyone. Thank you for the warm introduction, President Eden. It's really an honor and blessing to be standing here today. As you said, my name is Gus McGee. I'm a student athlete here at Landmark College, and I'm about to start my 5th semester here. And another thing I may add to that is that I'm just like you guys. Because I sat in that crowd 2 years ago. As a matter of fact, I was sitting that seat over there. Please don't ask me how I know that. I just sort of towards the back. That's besides the point. But upon seeing me sitting at my convocation ceremony, I seemed cool and collected on a surface. But you know, I could swear to you guys that I had the same exact feelings that I'm feeling right now, delivering the speech standing here, and I had the same feelings of fear that you guys had about this new beginning. I transferred to Landmark College in the fall of 2021 after being at another college for 2 years due to not feeling supported. I was hanging on a passing GPA by the tips of my fingers. And when I say that, I genuinely didn't know how or why my nonverbal learning disorder impacted me. It's because I was about to turn 17 when I was diagnosed. So when I was sitting in the crowd on the day of my convocation, the only thing I knew for sure was that I'd be playing baseball here. But I was nervous about the fact of having to start over at a new school. I was terrified about the fact of having to make new friends. But I was most of all scared that I would be going through this new experience completely alone. But Landmark College understood that. Because Landmark's mission understands and accommodates the fact that we all may have our own hardships with academics, and that we each have had our own series of challenging experiences that have brought us to where we are now. Landmark understands that every student here learns differently, and that no two brains process the same way. With the class sizes and the resources that Landmark College offers, they truly make sure that students aren't just a number here. If I were to share some advice on how you could settle in here and get off on the right foot, I would start with my biggest, which is do not be afraid to ask for help and know which resources are available to you to make sure that you feel supported. The professors and the staff know how challenging that initial contact that some of us students would deal with was just simply having to reach out for help. It takes a lot of guts to do that. I remember that when I first fell behind in classes here, when I was falling behind in perspectives and learning, just how embarrassed I felt having to reach out to Rebecca Maddie and ask to meet with her and see what I could do to get back on track. But she not only listened to what I was saying, she heard me. She directed me to the Drake Center where I was able to get help on writing a paper if I was genuinely stuck, and she offered to meet with her in her office hours to get extra support, which office hours have been my absolute best friend for catching up on classes if I fall behind. And she really made sure that I got back on the right direction. It's important to not only have a strong relationship with not only your professors, but your peers as well. During orientation, I was nervous that I wasn't going to be able to make any friends just given how small the campus was. But whether it's through meeting people through baseball, sitting with a kid that looked by himself in the dining hall, or just saying hi to people throughout orientation or a class I had with them, I can safely say that I have met some of the greatest people in my life at this place. And I mean every word of that. Landmark College is a place where you're not only just learning for the sake of getting your college degree, but it's an opportunity to learn about yourself and expand on your interests. You could join a club, you could you get an on-campus job, you could join an on-campus organization, and like what I did, there are sports teams to join as well. All of these are also a great opportunity to not only pursue your interests, but meet people with the same interests as you. If there's a club here, the other thing too is that if there is a club here, there's something that you want to do here that isn't offered here, you could be that change and start that club. Because even though I haven't started a club here myself, I could say from my experience as a student athlete here who's wanting more, that Landmark College is very open and accepting to hearing student ideas. So whether you're coming here straight from high school, another thing I'll share is whether you're coming here straight from high school, from another college like I did, or if you're returning to college for the first time in a long time, it's always easy for us to get sidetracked from school, and believe me, I've learned that lesson the hard way. It's important that you create yourself a routine and be sure to stick to it, because balancing schoolwork along your social life and your extracurricular activities or jobs could be very stressful and hard to manage. So by creating a plan around your classes and your day-to-day schedule, you'll be able to navigate throughout the day a lot more smoothly. If I were to say anything more to you, it would be that this is a fresh start for all of you. So take this opportunity to be the best version of yourself that you can be. You've all come a long way to reach this point, and I wish nothing but the absolute best of luck for all of you. It's been an honor to speak in front of you, and I thank you for your time, as I'm going to turn the stage to our alumni speaker, class of 2020, Jenny Beller. Welcome to Landmark College.
Tabula rasa, a clean slate, a blank page. Take a breath right now and notice where you are. You are at college, and you are on a campus and entering a community that's one of a kind. Look at the Landmark logo. There's a winding path. I like to think of paths as lines, and that we're all points physically moving through space, creating lines as we go. What lines have brought you here to where you are today? What lines are you hoping to create or discover? Noce te ipsum, know thyself, Landmark College's motto. Know thyself. What does this mean? If you're anything like I was my first semester, the meaning of this motto feels just like empty words. I was quiet, I was insecure, I was afraid of being a failure, of asking for help, and trying new things. Spending 3/4 of my first semester procrastinating, isolating, and staying stuck in old habits, a pivotal change interrupted my life in the form of conversations with my professors in office hours. I was failing 2 essential classes with 2 weeks left of the semester. I was ashamed and anxious and had given up. But to my surprise, having dialogues with my professors changed everything for me. They were sincere. They were understanding, non-judgmental, and calm. Like they had taught people like me before and weren't surprised by the lines I had drawn for myself to get to the point I had. Most importantly, they believed in me and saw someone who was smart and capable when I so strongly doubted myself. At that point, I chose a new path, working hard and forging ahead to pass both classes, despite the odds against me that I would fail. Fast forward to today, I hold steadfast to neurodiversity as a strength. I do my best to remember in times of doubt that who I am, how I think, how I carry myself, how I show up, how I converse with others is valid and important, and my success and time here at Landmark is proof of that. A lot of my experiences as a student, specifically as a resident assistant, has informed much of what I bring to my work now. Yes, I'm still quiet and always growing in the area of self-advocacy, but the growth and confidence I have today is evident and remarkable, with a line directly tracing back to Landmark and the people here. Landmark has given me so much. Professors, administrators, advisors, resident deans, they all believe in you. They will take the time to answer questions you have. They will push you, support you, take time to get to know you, even exchange puns about trees or wax philosophic if you let them. It truly is the people here at Landmark that make it so great. But it takes activation, willingness, and courage from you to take the first step. So, here you are, on a campus and entering a community that's one of a kind. Tabula rasa, you have a clean slate, a time and place to start anew and to draw the line with old paths that no longer serve you or define you. There are all kinds of lines, curved, straight, dashed, long. I challenge you to draw new lines for yourself and carve a new path. And maybe you just might surprise yourself at how smart and capable you really are. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce Michael Luciani, Vice President for Student Affairs and Dean of Campus Life.
Thank you, Jenny. That was a very nice speech. Good morning. At this time, I have the pleasure of introducing all of you to the student leadership of Landmark College. So right now, I'd ask all of our student leaders from the orientation group, residential life, the CDI, and the SGA to come and join me at the front of the stage. Wow, that's kind of group. Can you still see us on the stage back here? All right. The group of students before me consists of students who have chosen to take a position of service and leadership on our campus. Today, we want to recognize their exceptional work and acknowledge the profound impact that they have on our campus life. These students have committed themselves to enriching the Landmark College experience and serving as a model of our core values of respect, understanding, safety, and honesty, the Rush principles. They're transforming our campus into an environment of inclusivity, innovation, and inspiration. Their contributions extend far beyond the classroom, and their work has and will continue to uplift us in the community. To all of you standing in front of the stage, thank you for stepping up to this opportunity to serve our campus and the students of Landmark College. To our new students, you are about to embark on an incredible journey of discovery, growth, and transformation. And standing before you are the very individuals who have taken that journey and turned it into a pathway of leadership and inspiration. Today, we're asking you to do the same thing. Decide what you have to offer. what you would like to share, and how you can contribute to your community this semester, and then you step forward. You have all earned your place here today. You are sharks. You are fierce, determined, and always moving forward. And by being here, you accept the responsibilities of the Landmark community that are rooted in those core values of respect, understanding, safety, and honesty. So each day, consider how you can follow these core values and inspire others to do the same. Stand up against intolerance and embrace the diversity that makes us who we are. These values are a benchmark for what we need to hold ourselves to every day. Today, it's another great day to be a shark. Thank you, student leaders, and thank you all. It is now my privilege to introduce Dr. Katie Rockmore, Assistant Professor of Education.
Good morning. As Michael said, my name is Katie Rockmore, and I'm a professor of education and chair of the core education department here, and I'm delighted to be part of your official welcome to Landmark College. I've thought a lot about what to say today. I watched some great Convocation speakers, and I thought about how I might inspire and welcome you, but ultimately, I realized I just need to share a little bit of me and why I'm here. This fall, I begin my third year at Landmark. So like you, I'm still fairly new. And in 2020, when I graduated with my PhD, I had no idea I'd end up here. As you can see, I have a disability. In fact, my graduate studies focused on the field of disability studies. I wasn't always proud to say that I'm disabled, but I learned about disability history and culture, and for the first time, I was surrounded by other disabled students. In that environment, I learned to love my whole self. So I was curious about a college for neurodivergent learners. During my interview, I learned about the Drake Center, advising, career connections, and our residential life staff. All of these amazing people and programs that support our students both in and out of classes. And when people ask what makes Landmark special or unique or exemplary, we often talk about those same aspects of college life here. But there's more to it than that, I think. It reminds me of a lesson from my favorite book, The Little Prince. Has anyone read it? All right. So if you don't know The Little Prince, here's a little context for you. A pilot is stranded in the desert and meets the little prince, who tells him the story of how he came to Earth and what he's learned. And the little prince has befriended a fox who tells him a secret. And this is the important part. Are you ready? The fox tells the little prince, "Here is my secret. It is very simple. It is only with the heart that one can see clearly. What is essential is invisible to the eye." And that's what happens here at Landmark. 1,000 little actions that aren't apparent on their own. What is essential is invisible to the eye. For me, it is students learning about the neurodiversity movement for the first time and internalizing the self-acceptance that comes with understanding that variations in the wiring of our brains is part of our natural diversity. It's when I get to witness students learning that their neurodivergence comes with strengths after years of educational professionals focusing only on deficits. It's students embracing their fidgets and stems in my classes and taking the first steps in showing up as their authentic selves. It's how I get to teach an Introduction to Disability Studies course and see how excited students are to learn about disability history, culture, and theory, and understand how we are part of the current disability rights movement, the neurodiversity movement, and there's so much power in that. For me, what is essential is invisible, and it is the feeling of a deep breath and a long exhale. It is the feeling of all my muscles relaxing into an easy comfort. It is knowing that I can be myself and be respected and valued as a member of the Landmark College community. But this takes work from us all. It takes a commitment to learning about ourselves and each other. It takes heart. As the fox says, it is only with the heart that one can see clearly. So to our new students, this is my invitation to you. I invite you to look with your heart. Find what is essential here, not just to your academic success, but to your whole being. And to find that, you have to start by showing up. Yes, that even means to your 8:30 a.m. classes. So go to advising and sit with new people in the dining hall, go to events at the Centers for Diversity and Inclusion, join a club, show up and look with your heart. That is where we come to, because when we are together, learning and building community, that is where we come to know what is essential. It is you and me and all of us together. Once again, welcome to Landmark College. I am so happy you're here. And now it is my pleasure to welcome Carrie Colick, our Vice President for Academic Affairs, to share her thoughts.
It is with great joy and a sense of anticipation that we embark on an exciting academic year filled with opportunities, growth, and discovery. This event symbolizes the beginning of your journey, a journey that holds the promise of transformative experiences, new friendships, and the pursuit of knowledge that will shape your academic careers and future lives. To our new students, I extend a heartfelt welcome to Landmark College. You have chosen to be part of a community that values intellectual curiosity, diversity, and excellence. As you step onto this campus, you become part of a community who will challenge, support, and inspire you. You are not alone in this journey. Our dedicated faculty, staff, and entire campus are here to guide and support you every step of the way. We are committed to helping you succeed, and I challenge you to be committed to helping yourselves and your friends also succeed. Your commitment to your studies and your engagement in campus life will shape your Landmark experience. As you move forward in your academic pursuits, seize opportunities, learn, and contribute to this extraordinary community. Take full advantage of these years and strive to be your best self. In a few moments, President Eden and I will present each of you with a Landmark coin that symbolizes the belief we have in you, and by accepting the coin, you are choosing to believe in yourselves. When times get tough, and they will, you are encouraged to recall the commitment we are making to each other. When you are feeling overwhelmed, frustrated, or bored, take a breath. Remember the promise you made to believe in yourself. And when things go well, and they will, remember to celebrate and take pride in your accomplishments. Our institution is unwavering in our commitment to providing a robust educational experience that equips you with skills and knowledge. Our faculty members are not just educators, they are mentors, guides, and collaborators in your journey. Show up, forge meaningful connections, seek guidance, immerse yourselves. This commitment is reflected in our values, which are embossed on one side of the coin. Respect. Be respectful to yourselves and those around you. Understanding. Reach out with understanding when you encounter something new or someone who seems different from you. Safety. Create a safe place for yourself and for others. Honesty. Be honest with yourself and others about what you need to be successful. On the reverse side of the coin is a pathway. This represents your journey. It will include twists and turns, hills and valleys. As you grow and discover more about yourself, you will make mistakes and will sometimes choose to change direction. That's all part of growing. Today, you begin charting a new course and traveling a new path. As you navigate this experience, engage in campus life, Join clubs and organizations, and be a part of your community. These experiences will broaden your horizons, hone your skills, and deepen your understanding of the world. In closing, I share with you our school motto, Nasce te ipsum, know thyself. Your landmark experience is designed to help you get to know yourself by engaging in new experiences and discovering who you are. You are the central player. You make this journey possible. Again, welcome. We are delighted you are here. Next, students will be guided to the stage, to the front of the stage to receive a coin from either myself or President Eden.
It's on now. See these coins? I'll never forget, this is quite a few years ago, student from Texas, because here, and we had baccalaureate degree programs, but not as many, so we transferred after he earned his associate degree, transferred to Texas A&M. He came back to work for us for a while, and I remember him saying to me, I put the coin in my backpack and I brought it to every class at Texas A&M. And every time I studied in the library and I needed it, I grabbed it and I looked at it. And I'll never forget that. So, you know, this is symbolic, okay? But we believe in you. Don't try to use it in a vending machine, all right? Okay? Yeah. Progress is not in a straight line, folks, all right? Try your best. Talk with us. You're in the right environment. Family members, trust the process. Stay in touch with us. Get to know the advisor. Let these young people develop. They're in the right environment. Now, we get to go to brunch. Brunch is in the dining hall, and this is how we're going to do it. I believe that Professor and Faculty Senate Chair Josh Moise is going to lead off the stage. I will follow him. The stage party will then move out, and then I believe there's a coordinated exit. And then we all go up to the dining hall for a nice brunch, okay? Okay, thank you all. Excellent.
They leave fast when they come in.
Oh, I thought he was going to do it for everybody.
Well, good timing because the sun just came over the
Yeah.
colonnade.
Yeah.